ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who are yet to decide, I think there's a few of you, welcome to...
RuPaul said it best. You're born naked and the rest is drag. If you're a doctor and you put your scrubs on, that's drag. Anything that you do throughout your day to define who you are is drag.
Drag is an expression for me. It is an art for me. It just allows me to use voice and performance and costume.
As a drag queen, you can do whatever you want.
I love to go out in drag because you can make an entrance. And you can go up to the cutest boy in the club and grab him by the crotch, which I would never dream of doing if I were not in drag. So drag queens can get away with murder.
There are so many different types of drag queens. There are glamour queen, comedy queen, butch queens.
You have this opportunity to express yourself even though you're standing there in a big old wig and 5 pounds of makeup.
It's not TV, I can hear you. Okay, so we have...
You get to really be who you are. You get to let all of it out and people are there.
Drag to me is an outlet. It's liberating. It gives me confidence to become a different person, to, you know, use my talents in different ways, such as singing and acting and putting on a character and having that power in a sense that you don't so much have as a gay guy, especially within the gay community where it's so judgmental. They kind of respect drag queens a little differently than they would with a twink. You know what I mean? Like, for an example, like, I can get away with smacking a guy's ass when I'm in 7-inch heels and a huge wig and a leotard versus me like this being like, hey, what's up, handsome, and like smacking them in the ass. They'd be like, who the fuck is this twink? So there's just a black and white example, but in depth, drag in a way I feel saved me. It gives me a chance to feel liberated, to feel confident. I'm not the most confident person as a boy, which is why I think it's funny when people call me an egomaniac, when people say that I'm narcissistic. That is part of my drag character. Adore Delano, I mean, exaggerates everything that Danny doesn't have.
Category is Butch Queen, first time in drags at a ball.
You know what I mean.
You know what Paris means.
Exactly. Butch Queen.
Butch Queen.
Butch Queen.
Butch Queen.
First time in drags at a ball. That's what I want up in here.
For those little flaws like that, that's because that's a part of shade. That's the idea. Knock them out if you can. Get them anyway. You hit them below the belt. Shade comes from reading. Reading came first. Reading is the real art form of insult.
Now you want to talk about reading? Let's talk about reading. What is wrong with you, Pedro? Are you going through it? You're going through some kind of psychological change in your life?
She went back to be a man.
Oh, you went back to being a man. Touch this skin, darling. Touch this skin, honey. Touch all of this skin. Okay? You just can't take it. You're just an overgrown orangutan.
You get in a smart crack and everyone laughs and kikis because you found a flaw and exaggerated it, then you've got a good read going.
I am a person just like you. You cut me, I bleed the same way you do. I bleed the same color.
If it's happening between the gay world and the straight world, it's not really a read, it's more of an insult, a vicious slur fight.
See, there go my sister right there. She don't even want to even admit that she my sister. She a bulldagger.
But it's how they develop a sense of how to read.
That's my husband right there. And that's my girlfriend right there.
They may call you a faggot or a drag queen. You find something to call them. But then when you are all of the same thing, then you have to go to the fine point. In other words, if I'm a black queen and you're a black queen, we can't call each other black queens because we're both black queens. That's not a read, that's just a fact. So then we talk about your ridiculous shape, your saggy face, your tacky clothes.
Let me see what you are.
Let's
see.
No paint.
Oh, yes, it's
no
paint.
motherfucking paint,
It's
girl.
paint. What? She wears more makeup than my mother did.
Then reading became a developed form where it became shade. Shade is, I don't tell you you're ugly, but I don't have to tell you because you know you're ugly. And that's shade.
A house, let's see if we can put it down sharply. They're families. You can say that, they're families. For a lot of children who don't have families. But this is the new meaning of family. The hippies had families, and no one thought nothing about it. It wasn't a question of a man and a woman and children, which we grew up knowing as a family. It's a question of a group of human beings in a mutual bond. You know what a house is. I'll tell you what a house is. A house is a gay street gang. Now where street gangs get their rewards from street fights. A gay house street fights at a ball. And you street fight at a ball by walking in the category. The house is started because you wanted a name. The people that the houses are named after were ball walkers who became known for winning. Work, Paris, work. After the first few houses were started and named after people who had won trophies, they also would create houses. Like a new group of kids would just create a house. Then they'd work at building its name up, which worked. The House of Extravaganza, the House of Saint Laurent.
Ovenes, Pendarvis,
Adonis,
Lame,
Pendarvis, Saint Laurent, of course. Dupree.
They treat each other like sisters and sisters, or brothers, or mothers, or, you know, like I say, oh, that's my sister, because she's gay too, now I'm gay, and she's a drag queen or whatever.
My name is Chad Michaels. I'm 40 years old. Chad Michaels is first and foremost a celebrity impersonator. That's my passion. Cher has been what I'm most well known for. I really do my best to impersonate her with reality.
I've been there, done that. I spread La Mer on my toast in the morning, all right? You know, I'm Cher, bitch. Yes, you are.
She's overcome so much, you know. She's had the ups and the downs, and I think a lot of gay men.
Baby, can't you see?
One of the big breakthroughs in drag was RuPaul's success, because here for the first time you had a drag queen who was saying, I am gorgeous and I am glamorous.
The arc of his career has traced the movement of gay culture from the shadows to the periphery to the mainstream of American culture. In the 1980s, he was a fixture of New York's club scene. In the 1990s, he became a pop culture icon, appearing on MTV.
And I'm so proud right now to be an American citizen.
Today, he hosts RuPaul's Drag Race, a drag queen talent competition on Logo.
In Some Like It Hot, or Milton Berle, or Mrs. Doubtfire, or Tootsie, there's always an excuse for them to have to be hiding in drag. They don't want to do drag. I never understand why feminists have a problem with drag queens. The thing is, I'm not trying to be a woman. I'm using women's clothing in rather large sizes to express who I think I am. That has nothing to do with the woman. This is about me and how I want to dress.
Let me take another selfie.
Hey, yo, hold it! Hey, yo, you trying to look at my bumps?
I get a fever, an inclination. That's what I got. You turn the heat on me. Some like it hot.
There's a very long history of cross-dressing.
Look what we started, a revolution. Take another shot. We like the way it burns. Some like it hot. I'm from that old school. I play it real cool. Cooler than the ice on my dream or something. Still cold, but I like it hot.
No one fucks with me and gets away with it.
Well, the first thing I would say to a young person who is trying to find the rhythm, hit their mark, what you need to do is to know thyself. Know your rhythm. Know what it is that makes you, you. Also, don't become bitter because I mean, you have every right to become bitter. And your mind will tell you, F this, F all of this. Don't take the bait. Continue to love yourself. Continue loving yourself. Because that's where your power is. That's where your power is right there. So do that. Do that. And remember what I told you.